today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Quarterback sack. A loss of
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 77 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
at their own 25.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He finds an opening past the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Play fake. Mayer. He's got his man on the crossing route.
That's good.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
First and
23 yards, the final tally.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
running back.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 60 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
on 3rd down. Randall. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And it's caught. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
2-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Miami set to take over. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Tackle made right at midfield.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use. That's pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to get it at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
1st and 10. Mayer, that's into the hands of Reynolds. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
49-yard.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Mayer. Looking left sideline, it's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
6-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Mayer, this is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throw left side complete. That's Kramer. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Second and 2.
Off play action. Mayer. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
A loss of 4 yards.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Indy set to go on offense once more.
They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. On 2nd down now, Randall. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Randall. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Mayer. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Off the play fake, Mayer. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's good for 28 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts add on to their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
3-yard pickup.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Now we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down, Randall. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Randall, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Operating from the gun. Mayer firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Complete to number 40. 10 yards.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
32-yard line.
Off play action. Mayer. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 5 yards. And
that right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Knight. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Mike 52. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, Mike 52.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throw left side complete. That's Banks. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, In the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
That one looks like he'll throw here. His pass caught at the 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. 3 bud.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
On the deep ball.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
And 2 yards to go.
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
49.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.